I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be deceitful. And I'm damn, what? I'm damn for sure not looking to impress. I'm not here to entertain with words, but with truth. And I do my best to stand on business because it's only by truth and growth that you'll get to see and get to know the real me. What you see is what you get. Period. Nathaniel. Matter of fact, nothing, Nathaniel. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes. No one on this earth is perfect. Trials and tribulations, both in life, are guaranteed, but in the end, it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying. This is something relatable, and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What they do though? It is mind. Y'all, I got to do a different intro. It is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Thank you for coming across this video, this channel. And if you have, stick around because it might be meant for you. Today, I just wanted to talk about the fact that we, you, us, we're not meant to live somebody else's life. We're not meant to carry on somebody else's perspective on life. And we're not meant to be somebody else's character. And I keep saying it, but this is why I got rid of most of my social media. I made a TikTok debating whether or not if I should keep that. It's just boring. And of course, I have my YouTube, and this is therapeutic for me, just like working out. So it's going to be something that I keep. But you got to live your life for you. And right off the bat, this is the analogy that I have as far as living your life and not living the perception of other people that you see on TV, that you may be influenced by, whatever it may be. Look, I think about I think about the army. I've heard a lot of people, a lot of guys, including myself. Listen, we would be watching an army movie, right? They go to war, they're fighting, you know what I'm saying? And you get motivated by that. You get hyped by that. And the different actors, of course, I have my favorite type of actors in every movie. So, when I latch on to the character, I portray it even when I'm not aware of it. So, growing up, it got so embedded into my mind, the character, right? The character that I would portray, I would become. And it would be my everyday life, how I carry myself. Well, as you all may know, I was in the army, okay? And I trained for battle. I trained to go to war if needed. And even when before I got into the army, just the mentality that I had, it was just embedded into me, and I couldn't get rid of it. And even now, I can't get rid of it because it's permanent now, just because of the simple fact that I was in the army, and every day it's just so missionary. It's just so mission like, and I try to get rid of it. I try to enjoy life and not always try to be equipped for life. But listen, I got in the army, right? Well, there was no more character to portray. There was no more, I want to do this and I want to do that.
The P on full. P open my door.
Okay, buddy, remember what I told you. So I got in there. Listen, the character that I thought I wanted to portray, that character left. Okay. Thank you, buddy. That character left, and it wasn't as motivational, and I wasn't as influenced because it was scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're away from home, you're around different people that you don't know at all. And listen, I was quickly reminded that You got to be careful. You got to be careful who you're influenced by and influenced from and with. Because when you get yourself in that position, there's no getting out of it. There's no getting out of it. In the Army, that's not something to take lightly, because once you're in, you're in. You are officially owned. You ain't no going back home. For me, ain't no going back home anyway. That's something that I was taught. Once you start something, you finish. But anyways, I wanted to bring that up instantly. I wanted to use that as an example instantly, because you got to live your life for you. And I'm not saying that because of what I watched, I was living for other people. It got embedded into my mind. And I'm telling you, people, it can happen. For example, I think about females when they watch all these, different love shows, and they get on there, and the female and the guy, they supposed to instantly find love. And some people, they find love and they get love the first day. I mean, come on, you're barely getting to know each other. So because of what you watch on TV, right? That becomes your reality mistakenly. So maybe if you're a single female and you do watch love shows, you're going to put yourself out there, and you're really going to like a guy. You're going to find him attractive. You're going to relate to him. And then you're going to use that L word the first damn day. And the guy, he might be exactly like you, or he may just say it because you said it. Come on. Let's be real here. I may be wrong, and I'm not saying that I'm right with every video. I may be wrong with every single one. But if you ask me, there's no way in hell you can possibly fall in love and find love the first day you meet somebody. Just stay with me, okay? Stay with me while I'll use these examples. I'm trying to say you have to live your life for you, because what you expose yourself to can become your reality. So because of what you expose yourself to so much, and what you're influenced by so much, that will become your reality mistakenly, and you will not know it. Because look, for example, listen, before I started watching Army movies, I didn't know about the Army. My dad was in it, but he told me, later on as I got older. I wasn't into that type of violence. I had no inspiration. I had no influence as far as war and fighting and being a warrior. Like I was a kid. I just wanted to have fun. It was football, right? It was football. It was basketball. It was sports. Okay, typical kid. But because I exposed myself to war and to battle so much, it stayed into my mind. It stayed into my mind, and that's what I wanted to do with my life. That became my reality. And every single day, that's what I live my life with. That missionary mind, warrior-like mentality. It stayed with me, even in sports. Don't laugh, but I saw myself out there, the helmet, the shoulder pads, knee pads, all that. I saw that as my shield. You can laugh all you want, but I saw that as my shield, and that's how I live my life. And again, I revert back, to females. I revert back to females. If you live your life, watching other females, and they get guys, and they do all this and that, and that's going to be how you live your life. That's going to be what you expect every single day. And more than likely, that's not going to be what you receive, because that's not life. I mean, come on, we have to go out there, and we have to get to know one another, and falling in love with somebody. And I'm not trying to bash these love shows at all. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I mean, come on, let's be real. Hold on. When I do let myself when I do let myself, and y'all excuse me, I had to give my earbud to the little one, my second set. But when you, Lord have mercy, when you expose yourself to that type of reality, you're gonna think that that's life, and it's not. And that's why I'm saying, like, you have to live your life for you. Sometimes you gotta distance yourself from TV, because a lot of stuff on TV, it isn't life. It's made up, and it's going to make you think that's what you're supposed to live your life with, by, and from. These different things that people do on TV, that's going to be what you think you're supposed to live your life like, especially if you like it. If you like the fact that you can supposedly fall in love with somebody the first day that you meet them, okay, you're gonna forever be every single day disappointed, but you're still gonna put yourself out there thinking that that's gonna be what you receive. And for me, it's gonna, when you live your life with such a warrior like, battle war soldier like mentality every single day, it's going to be a little unhappy, because you're just going to be looking forward to getting stuff done, not actually enjoying stuff. So I'm just saying, like, we got to be careful. And I've always said it, but you got to be careful what you expose yourself to, and you got to be careful what you like. Sometimes you just got to slow down. You know what I'm saying? All of us, we have to slow down. And if anything, we got to revert back to what we used to like. So, a lot of times I have to do this, and I have to think about, what did I like before all this different exposure happened? What was I watching? And look, I always talk about it, but I would watch, nature. That's what I like. That's what I like. Being outside, being in the woods if I had any, but being out there in the woods, in the forest, being around animals, and that's what genuinely makes me happy. Working out, these type of things. Sometimes you just gotta really ask yourself, what makes you happy? Not what other people say should make you happy. Not what the influencers that you like so much, not what they say you're supposed to do with your life, not what they talk about how they live their life, because you'll think, okay, that's what I need to do. That's how I should live my life. And that's why we got to be absolutely careful. And that's why in the beginning, I said, I'm not going to be here to entertain with words, but with action and with the truth. I'm not going to sit here and keep telling you how to live your life. I'm going to suggest how you could live your life. I'm going to suggest the things that I do to better my life, and how it can possibly, the key word, possibly, improve your life as well. I always talk about, what I speak on here are all suggestions. And my suggestions, I go out and I put them to action, and I see whether or not if they improve what I do and how I do it. Because again, I'm not going to deceit. I'm not going to lie. Lord have mercy. See, it's what you see is what you get. I'm not I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to deceit, and I'm not going to impress. Obviously, I'm not a professional in here. You don't even see a mic. And my little son comes in here. He takes over my earbuds. This right here is what you get. And hopefully some like it. A lot aren't. They're going to see it very unprofessional. But I'm not a professional at this, okay? Again, this is just therapy for me. And hopefully those of you have been, followers of mine. Hopefully it's, also therapeutic for you too. And, hopefully there is some wisdom that I speak about on here that some can call it, because that's what I call it. And, like I said, you just gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful, because there are a lot of successful people, and what they say has brought them success. And you can say that about me, but that's why you gotta pick and choose what you want to try to imply to your life. You gotta pick and choose what you think will improve your life. But if you just latch on to everything and every person that you see, you see, you know what I'm saying? Just think about that. If you're a guy and you see another successful guy, and he's everything about him. You know, he's an alpha male. You know, he works out. He has the cars, the clothes, the females, but you see some stuff that he does that you know for a fact is not going to help you. Maybe he drinks. Maybe he goes out and he's at clubs all throughout the night. Maybe you know, there's infidelity. He has a wife, but you see how he acts towards other females, and again, that's what you think you could do with your life and that you should do with your life. You got to be careful. Some of it is absolutely obvious. You know, it's not rocket science, but I'm telling you, you're talking about a person who is speaking through experience, personal experience. Even when you know it's bad, you're so influenced by a person, and you're already in it. You're already doing half the stuff they're doing. So even though you know some of the stuff they're doing with their life is bad, you're going to do it too. You may not notice it, but you're going to do it too. And the person that you were is going to be completely gone. You're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to even recognize that person that you see, because it's not going to be you. It's going to be the person you were influenced by. The only thing different is the image. That's it. So hopefully this was intriguing. Hopefully this video was informative. And hey, suggestions. That's all. Suggestions and a little bit of personal experience, a little bit of knowledge, again, that you can apply to your life to live a better life. Mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, leave your comments. Let your boy know how he's doing. And matter of fact, let me know if you have anything that you want me to speak about. Maybe something you're struggling with, maybe something that you're not completely sure about. Until next time, y'all, hey, we are out. Peace.